Hi everyone, welcome to Inner Spaces Media, where our goal is to inspire, empower, and transform. In this video, I'm going to talk about what many believe to be the most challenging kind of relationship. What is it? Marriage. Marriage is phenomenal. It can provide amazing emotional support. It's a place where you can experience personal growth and find out who you really are. You can also experience deepening love and stability. It can be a place where you share your goals and dreams and have companionship and various forms of intimacy. Unfortunately, despite the beautiful experiences that marriage can offer, the data seems to support the reality that marriage is very difficult for many people. According to a 2024 report published by the CDC, the divorce rate in the U.S. is at least 42%, and there are 86 divorces every hour. Are you planning a marriage now, or do you want to get married in the future? Having been married for 54 years as of June 2024, I'd like to give you some tips that may help you choose the person that's best for you. Be sure to stay to the end of the video to get my bonus marriage tip. Most people haven't thought of it, but it can give you a tremendous edge when it comes to choosing the right mate. When we're young and in love, or even old and in love, we may see the world through our emotions rather than logic and reason. Many believe love is enough and everything else will take care of itself. And then we find this is simply not true. Two people may be in love, but they still need skills that will help them navigate the valleys of the marriage and not drown in the deep waters of the relationship. Even though we are in love, it's wise to pull back the curtain and see warning signs of the behavior of the person we want to marry. Here are 10 signs you should never ignore. Your partner struggles to communicate, doesn't talk, and express feelings, refuses to discuss important issues, doesn't listen. That puts you in a position where you have to guess what your partner is thinking or feeling. That bond of trust can start to break, and you may no longer feel safe. It's important that both partners share their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. If not, that two-way street of communication is blocked, and understanding and solving issues just will not happen. I'm a verbal person, and my husband is a great listener. We still have to work on balancing my need to talk and his enjoyment of listening and being less verbally engaging. You and your partner may be like night and day when it comes to communication, but the key is to be sure you see signs of willingness in your partner to try and be a better communicator. If not, marriage will be very difficult because communication is the car that drives the marriage and moves it forward. So many things in a marriage rest on effective communication. Things like trust, intimacy, positive environment, growth, and change. Emotional support, understanding, and connection, and definitely conflict resolution. All these things involve effective communication, which you must have in a successful marriage. The next sign you should not ignore in a partner you want to marry is immaturity in handling finances. Does your partner have poor financial management skills or a lot of debt with no desire to resolve the situation? Or does your partner make impulsive financial decisions without considering the consequences? This is a sign of irresponsibility, and the problem will only become worse with marriage. Appreciating the value of money and having the ability to use it wisely is a must in marriage. My husband and I have several joint accounts, and we've set up a system where we each have our own spending money and we manage together the rest of the funds. This may not be the best setup for every marriage, it just works for us. As long as you have an understanding and your financial agreement aligns with each other's expectations, you shouldn't have a problem. The next warning sign is self-centeredness and constant need for validation. Be sure that your spouse-to-be is not like a selfish child who constantly needs praise and approval from others. If you get married to this kind of person, that partner will always come, the needs of that partner will always come first, and you'll feel emotionally neglected. This kind of look at me behavior gets old and painful very quickly because marriage is a sharing proposition where each person must be able to give up the need to get all the attention and emotional support. When each partner rubs the other one's back, both feel validated and appreciated. Does your partner carry unresolved baggage from childhood and past relationships, but refuses to address the issues? If you're human, you've experienced pain. That's just the reality of living. Unfortunately, some people carry deep trauma and they're unwilling to address it and get help. That person should seek help before entering marriage. To marry will only add another level of difficulty to the relationship. You can offer support, but being willing to be your spouse's psychiatrist, psychologist, or therapist may jeopardize the health of the marriage. Is your partner emotionally immature? Does your partner pout, use the silent treatment, or use passive-aggressive behavior? This is manipulation and a form of control. It's also a form of abuse. My husband and I still get angry with each other, but we express it with honest communication and with a commitment to forgive. We have this policy called the clean slate policy, where we try to start every day with the slate wiped clean of yesterday and the past. Emotional maturity is bound to make the marriage very unpleasant. Then you have addictive behavior and violence. They don't belong in a marriage. A partner who has substance abuse issues or one who expresses anger and dissatisfaction through violence is not ready for marriage. In this kind of marriage, physical and mental well-being is impossible. The partner who has substance abuse issues or the one who is violent may have tons of positive traits, but they aren't ready for marriage. In my opinion, they should get well before marrying. Some people want independence at any cost. Everyone loves freedom, but insisting on complete freedom within a marriage will cause problems. Such a partner won't be able to integrate into the marriage and will try to fly solo, which defies the very purpose of marriage. So beware of a partner who wants to go and come anytime, night or day, with no regard for your feelings or well-being. Do you and your partner have shared goals? Do you share the same basic worldview? Do you have the same overall values? My husband and I are like oil and water when it comes to certain issues, but we share the same goals and values when it comes to the health of our marriage and our family, even though we may have different opinions about how things should be done. Another warning sign is having unrealistic expectations. Does your partner have an idealized view of the relationship and expectations that aren't even attainable? A marriage will never be perfect, and that reality must be honored and accepted. If it's not, the partner can become a tyrant, trying to turn the marriage into some kind of fairy tale. The key is not to make the marriage perfect, but constantly work toward making it a union that meets the needs of both you and your partner as much as possible. Does your partner want to change you inside out? Each of us has a basic nature that will never change. Sometimes I reminisce about the way my husband was over a half century ago when we married. I also sometimes daydream about the way I was as a child and what made me happy. I've realized that my husband's basic nature and personality have not changed. Who I was as a child and my basic true self are also still intact. So, a partner who wants to turn you inside out, change your basic nature, and turn you into someone you weren't meant to be is not ready to marry you. I hope these 10 marriage tips will help equip you to make a wise choice for a marriage partner. Now, I promise to give you a bonus marriage tip, which most people never think of before they tie the knot. That bonus tip is get to know yourself before you marry. A wise person once said, most people are born a stranger to themselves and they die a stranger to themselves. Most people marry young before they know who they are and what makes them tick. If people took the time to know what makes them tick, perhaps they wouldn't be married to the spouses they have now and would have chosen more compatible mates. Having a personal relationship with yourself first and knowing the deepest core of who you are gives you clarity and understanding of what you want in life and what you want in a partner. It also makes it clear as to what you don't want. This awareness is beyond sex, beyond lust, and emotional attraction. And having such an awareness gives you an advantage. You'll be in control and have the power to make a better decision about the person you want to spend your life with. Every year on June 20th, my husband and I celebrate our wedding anniversary. It's the date that we honor the commitment that we made. It's also an act of showing an appreciation and gratitude for each other. We've created a lot of memories and traditions that continue to give us strength and hope. Through trial and error, we've created trust and a partnership that has been a lot of fun. We've certainly had our valleys along the way and some tough situations, but with hard work, skills, commitment, and sometimes sheer luck, we've been able to join these efforts with the love we have for each other and create a long-lasting union. June 20th is a special date, and 1970 is a very special year. That was the year we married. So as of June 2024, that makes 54 years of the most amazing ride of our lives. That amazing ride has been possible because marriage has given us the chance to create a deep bond that often goes beyond words. Companionship and a built-in support system are also a plus. It's allowed us to share life milestones and create memories in a unique way. We bought homes, raised children, had the privilege of being grandparents, and achieved career goals together. We've been able to inspire each other in our personal growth journeys, and we've learned together how to navigate the ups and downs of marriage. Putting forth these efforts have increased our patience and understanding. Financial stability has been easier in marriage because we plan together and we pool our resources. The teamwork required in tackling life's challenges and making joint decisions have been so rewarding. Being committed to building a successful marriage can bring out the kindness in you. It can also bring out the humor and adventure in you. There's a sense of belonging in being part of a unit and being part of something much larger than yourself. If you're committed and you stay the course, the glory and challenges of marriage can help you become the best person you can be. Thanks for joining me at Inner Spaces Media. Please subscribe to our channel so you can get more information that will inspire, empower, and hopefully transform you. Until next time, be well, be safe, and be prosperous.